Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to G-Rod Grills. My name is Gerardo and this is my channel. Today we're going to be making a carne asada flank steak that I'm going to be cutting up and making into some awesome tacos. I'm going to show you my marinade, we're going to season it, and then we're going to grill it over some charcoal pellets using my Pit Boss 440D. Are you ready to get going? Let's go! Alright, so this is a super simple carne asada marinade, only a few ingredients here. We're going to start off with a little bit of cilantro and we're just going to chop it up. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, just a rough chop is fine. You want about a half cup. And then what I'm going to do is I've got one of these zipper bags here. I'm going to just start tossing everything in as I finish it and make it so much easier. Next, what I'm going to do is I need a whole lime. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that in half, squeeze it in. Now we're going to take a garlic here. I'm just going to take about 4 or 5 cloves out of this head and just take the back of your blade, make sure you smash it up. And just by breaking that up as it is, we'll give it another little smash here. Just to break it up like that. That's all we want. Enough so that when it's in there, it's releasing its flavors. In the bag it goes. Next in here, what we're going to do is I've got this just orange juice, regular orange juice, no sugar added. You want about a 1/4 cup of it, maybe a half cup. It's good. And then I've got lemon juice. You can use regular, freshly squeezed lemon juice if you have it. I don't, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this bottle stuff. And again, this is about a 1/4 cup. The next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of oregano. This is dried oregano. If you can get Mexican oregano, the better. I just have regular, I don't know what kind of oregano this is, but enough. A couple tablespoons worth. Lastly, we're going to add some soy sauce. You just need a couple tablespoons worth. Probably about that. Not much. Now this marinade is pretty much done. Just give it a shake. And that's it, but then the next key piece is we're going to prep our flank steak. So what we've got here is about just under 2 pounds worth of flank steak. You can see there's a little bit of silver skin on it, not a whole heck of a lot, not a lot of fat. I'm actually not going to trim too much off of it. I'm just going to take some of these kind of bigger bits off. You don't need to. Definitely these will cook up and they'll taste good when you do it. I want to just kind of get rid of anything that might stop that marinade from going in. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then to prep this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to rub it with a little bit of cumin. I'm just gonna sprinkle cumin on to cover it. You can add the cumin to your marinade if you want. I like to just do it this way. Cumin just to kind of cover it, rub it in. And then the next one, I am going to add, this is a little bit of ancho chili powder. This will just give us a little bit of extra flavor. Won't really taste it all too much. I just want to kind of cover it. Cover it. That's it. Flip it over. Do it again there. This will just get these flavors right on the meat itself. It's going to be good. That's good. You notice I didn't use any salt, and the reason why for that is that I'm going to salt this when I'm ready to put it on the grill. I'm not going to salt it now. I don't want the salt to kind of soak into too much. I don't want this to be too salty. I really want those citrus flavors to come out in this, along with the earthy flavors of the cumin. But that's it. I'm going to put this in here. Make sure it's covered. Now you should let this sit in your fridge for about 4 hours minimum. You can do it up to overnight. You can use this marinade for chicken or pork. Just keep in mind that chicken and pork are lighter, they're lighter meats. So when you do that, the marinade's could be overpowering if you let it go too long. If you're using anything other than beef, I would stay away from doing it overnight. Just do it 4 hours, 3-4 hours is probably all you need for that. This guy is gonna go back in the fridge for the next 4 to 6 hours, but that's it. That's what you want. There's our marinade. This is gonna taste delicious. Gonna be fantastic. It's been about 4 hours or so. I just took my flank steak out of the marinade, seasoned it with salt. Now we're gonna sear it. Okay, so here we are. So we gave it 2 minutes per side over the direct flame just to kind of sear off a little bit of the meat on the outside. I've closed the flame broiler up and turned the heat to 350. I've put my meter probe in, and this is going to tell us once it gets to a temperature of 125 degrees. At that point, I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to let it rest for a little bit until it gets to about 130, and then we'll be ready for slicing. So it's going to be ready to go. All right, so here you have it. So we marinated this for about 4 hours. We put it over direct fire on my Pit Boss 440 using the flame broiler. We had it there for 2 minutes per side just to sear it off, closed off that flame broiler, and then set the temperature to 350 and let it rot until it's about 130 using my meter probe. So I take that out, and now we're gonna slice it. I think, oh, it's so good. Look at the juices from that marinade. So flank steak is very key that you slice against the grain. So as you can see, as I start pulling it, the grain's running this way. So we're gonna wanna cut it this way. So I'm gonna go like this, grab my knife, and just take some slices here. You can see, looks fantastic. It's perfectly done all the way through. Perfect meat. You can cook this longer if you'd like. I like mine medium rare, so that's where this is. So let's have a taste. All right, here we go. Time to have a taste. But before we get to that, if you like what you've seen here today, make sure you hit that like button and please consider subscribing and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any content. Lots of good stuff coming up, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Here we go. So we got our flank steak. I've got here a homemade avocado sauce. I've got here a chimol or a pico de gallo, depending on where you come from, it has a different name. I've got some fresh corn tortillas in here. Let's have a taste, but first I'm gonna taste it on its own because you just gotta have a taste. Oh, it's delicious. You can taste all the citrusy flavors that we put in, so that orange juice, that lime juice, and that lemon juice that went into that marinade. Hint of that cilantro, that cumin and the salt really kind of come through with it. Like I said, there was no salt in the marinade, but a little bit of salt in that soy sauce. And also I seasoned it with salt before it hit the grill. It's fantastic. Let's have a little bit of a taste here. Just gonna dip my tortilla in some of the juices. Those in there. A little bit of avocado sauce and some of this chimol. Super easy. Let's go. Let's go. Really wish you guys could have some. Now that's a carne asada taco. I'm telling you, this is legit. That meat is perfectly seasoned. The marinade, even though we didn't do an overnight marinade, those 4 hours really was enough time to soak into the meat. You can taste a little bit of the char, a little bit of that kind of wood fire from the pellets. Just delicious. Well, that's all I got for you today. If you like what you saw today, tell me by hitting that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any content. As always, until next time, I'll catch you on the next G-Rod Grills. I'm gonna keep eating this though.